Hi students, I am Dr. Sagar Kumar. I am having the 32 years in the teaching field. Now I am making this video to explain the chapter the respiration in plants. The heading is respiration. All of you know what is respiration. Respiration is energy releasing. This will release the energy. Energy will come out in the cell. Inside the cell, the energy will be released by the respiration. But in the chapter starting, he started with the breathing. Means there is a relation between the breathing and respiration. Breathing is not a respiration, remember it. Breathing is a carrier of the oxygen into the cell. Means it used to carry by the breathing, oxygen will be carried up into the cell by the exchanging of the gases at the cell. So here the breathing means inhalation, exhalation, that we know that everything. We are taking the air inside and the carbon oxygen will be taken by the blood and carbon dioxide will be released in the exhalation, it will come out. That is a different one. But he has asked two questions there. All the animals will do the same thing, but majority of the animals around your in your surroundings. But the thing is, he asked two questions. Can the plants will breathe? Next question is, microbes also will breathe? That we are going to see. Because when he asks, you must know the answer. Chances are there to ask a NEET question. Now you see here, breathing. Means here, carrying of the oxygen into the cell. Breathing means carrying of oxygen into the cell. How it is? The oxygen will be taken up into the cell by exchange of the gases. Carrying of the oxygen, how? By the taking the air. Air, it is having the 21% of the oxygen, you know. The air will be carried with oxygen up to the cell, and the cell, the oxygen will be diffused into the inside the cell, and carbon dioxide will be diffused outside the cell. It will send out. Actual up to there, we used to call it as breathing. In the breathing, whenever we are seeing, it is having the two types. But to give the answer, you should know this. The questions he has given in the textbook. What is direct? Indirect. What is direct and indirect? If the air is reaching to the every living cell directly, and the diffusion used to take place there, and oxygen will go inside and carbon dioxide will come out. That is called as direct respiration. Means air directly will touch each and every living cell of the body. Indirect means including us humans. Respiratory systems is to present. Respiratory system, what to do? We used to take air inside, there the exchange of the gases, again it will be carried by the blood and it will reach to the cell. There the diffusion of the gases will be taken place at the cell and the oxygen will be enter into the cell. By diffusion it will enter into the cell and carbon dioxide will come out. This is doing indirectly. So plants and here the plants used to do direct, and microbes and unicellular organisms which are required oxygen for the respiration, they also will do the direct breathing. Breathing will be direct. Means the oxygen will be carried directly. Now it is over. Now the thing is, so how the breathing is connected with the respiration. For that only he has given one more thing, that is breathing is very much connected to the respiration. Because if the oxygen is not reaching to the cell, there is no respiration. So it is breathing is essential. But how it is, that we had seen, we have already discussed. Now the thing is, importance of the energy. Respiration, the breathing is over. Now it has the oxygen entered into the cell. Then the cell will do the respiration and releases the energy. Why the energy is required? That also you discuss. Energy is required for the all types of the living or this activations of the organism, living organism. What are the activations? Means the they used to do the absorption, transportation, movement, and the including the reproduction. Everything will be done by the energy only. One thing we can say, that all metabolism will be done by the respiration. Either the metabolism may be anabolic or catabolic. Whatever it may be, anabolic means formation of the big molecules, catabolic means breaking of the big molecules. So anabolic or catabolic, whatever the metabolism may be, it required energy. That energy will be given by the respiration. So such type of the energy, how the living organisms will get. All of you know how you are getting the energy? By taking food inside. Food is nothing, it is organic compound. This organic compound used to have the macromolecules. The macromolecules, for example, glucose C6H12O6, it is a macromolecule. It will break down. When it is break down, it will release the energy which is present in between the carbon and carbon bonds. That will we'll discuss in this chapter. And the food is the main source of the energy. So the food will be a breakdown and give. So we are taking food. Plants will take the food? No. They are the autotrophs. They can prepare their own food by the photosynthesis. That also you know. And microbes, they also used to depend directly or indirectly on the plants, photosynthesis only. And the next will be and breathing is connected with the respiration, because the oxygen has to be reached to the cell. Next will be how the energy will come out. Already I told, that is food contains of macromolecules, organic compound macromolecules. These macromolecules, for example, C6H12O6, glucose, it will break down into complete breakdown or partial breakdown. At the time of the breakdown, the CC bonds will be by energy which is stored in the carbon and carbon bonds will be released, and that energy will be converted into the ATP. How it is, the entire thing we will discuss in this chapter. Now, such type of food, what is required for the releasing for energy, getting of the energy, food is required. How the food will come? Plants by photosynthesis, animals will be by depending on the plant prepared food. How the photosynthesis will be done? That already studied in the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis will be done in the presence of the sunlight and water and light. With the chlorophyll, they will prepare the glucose plus water plus oxygen. They will prepare that glucose, which is a carbohydrate. Carbohydrates, monosaccharide, disaccharides, polysaccharides, so many are there. In that one, glucose, sucrose, starch, all will come under the carbohydrates. They will prepare. And the plants, all the cells of the plants will do the photosynthesis. No, only the plant cells which are present, which are having chlorophyll and green color, with green color leaves or the any part, they only will do the photosynthesis. There are many other, but the plant body is very huge body compared to the animals. Such type of the big plant, every cell you will have the to use to prepare the synthesis the food. More only the leaves generally used to do. Then what about the stem, root system? So many cells are there, living cells. How they will get the food? By the transporting of the food which was synthesized in the leaves will be transported to all the other cells. So in the plants also, non-green parts cannot synthesize the food. It will be supplied through the phloem to all the entire plant of the non-green tissues, cells. Now the thing is, such type of the food has gone and the development growth will be taken by the plant. Now, how the food will reach to the other or living organism which cannot do the photosynthesis? That is, they are called as heterotrophs, which is to depend on the plants for its food. That also you studied already. For that one, I am not writing. Heterotrophs heterotrophs will be the again they will be the direct depend upon the plant directly, herbivorous. And on this herbivorous on this herbivorous carnivorous used to depend. Means by eating the herbivorous animals, carnivorous will. So directly or indirectly, the all these herbivorous and carnivorous are depend on the plant. And one more is that is the saprophytes and next is parasites. Both they also used to depend on the plant, but they used to depend on the plant in the dead and decaying condition organic compound which is formed by the plant. For example, main fungus. Fungus majority are the saprophytes, some are the parasites, and bacteria, some bacteria, and some unicellular organisms. They will depend upon the dead and decaying organic compound which is formed by the plant. And the plant, how it is by the photosynthesis they prepare. So anyhow, these all are depend upon the photosynthesis of the food material. Photosynthesis will be done by the sunlight. So sunlight is the main source of the energy. Now, whenever we are seeing here, so finally food is prepared and it is reaching to the all organisms in different ways. That we saw. Now the thing is, when the food is prepared and it will enter into the cell, and in the cell it will be oxidized and releases the energy. That only he has given one definition: breakdown of the carbon bonds of the complex compounds through oxidation within cells, leading to release of considerable amount of energy, is called respiration. Here the thing is, carbon bonds I already discussed, but the complex of the compound means nothing. It is the macromolecules which are present in the food, and oxidation leading to the release considerable energy. Energy will come out by the oxidation of the macromolecules which are present in the food. That is only easily. Now, whenever we are this thing, where it is happening, this entire process in the cell. Why in the cell? Cell is called as structural and functional unit. Any function must be start in the cellular level only. So the process is called as this. Definitely, whatever the process is called as cellular respiration. The respiration which is to take inside the cell is called a cellular respiration. Generally, we used to call it the respiration also. Now the thing is here, the cellular respiration, whenever it is taking place, here one more difference we must observe. That is, the photosynthesis is also important process of the life. That is, it used to synthesize the food material, but food material entire thing process that light reaction and dark reaction is to present in the photosynthesis. Both will be done in the chloroplast itself, but in the respiration, it will be done in the two places. One is the cytoplasm, and second one is in the mitochondria. So that is a major difference. This can be asked in the NEET. Cytoplasm, one step will be taken, and the complete oxidation will be taken in the mitochondria. That to detail we will discuss in this one. And next will be the, here they are oxidizing the food material. The food material is uniform and all will give the equal amount of the energy, means it is differing. That will come in the, we will discuss in the ending of the chapter. Now the food material, we use so many types. They are the carbohydrate generally, and proteins and fats also will be used as the food material. So the oxidized, whatever the compound is oxidizing in the respiration is called as respiratory substract. Respiratory substract. This is the respiratory substract. The respiratory substrates are the mainly carbohydrates. Already, what are the carbohydrates? That is the glucose, sucrose, starch, and all other things. And proteins and fats also will be used as the respiratory substrate. In rare cases, the organic acids also will be used. What are the organic? Oxalic acid is organic acid, and next lactic acid is organic acid. They also will enter. That is in the rare cases. So organic acids also will be used. That is given in the textbook. Which are the following substrates are will be involved in the respiration. He will give some names. Then you have to find out. Next will be that oxidation is taking place and releasing the energy. Is it single step? Within one equation it is come? No. It is a very lengthy series of reactions. So many reactions is to involve stepwise, enzymatically controlled in the respiration. And in this series of reactions, some places energy will be released. Now we came to know energy is releasing. So energy is released, directly the energy will go to the metabolic activity to involve. No. First, whatever the energy is released in the respiration process will be stored in the form of chemical energy, that is ATP. ATP is the stored energy. The respiration, whatever the giving the energy will be stored in the form of the ATP. Adenosine diphosphate will become triphosphate. So why it has to store? This energy may not require immediately all the things. So what it will do? It will be stored in the chemical bond between the ADP will be converted into ATP. ATP is the stored energy. Whenever, wherever the energy is required, the ATP will break down the phosphodihydrate bond, and it will release the energy. That energy will be used for the metabolic activity. That is the thing. So here the stored energy means, we can say in our language, you know the physics also, because we are having the physics. That is it is the potential energy. By breakdown of this ATP, kinetic energy will come. That will be used for the metabolic activities whenever, wherever it required. For that only, ATP is called as energy currency. Means currency means you are having money in the packet. You can purchase anything, whatever you require. Different articles, different things. Like that, Here different types of the metabolic activities required energy. That energy will be supplied by the ATP. So we are calling it as a cellular currency. This is energy currency. Next, whenever we are seeing the cellular, whenever it is breaking down, one more sentence he has given in the law, and that is whenever the breakdown is taking place in the macromolecule, for example, glucose, all the 6 carbons will come out. That is the skeleton of the skeleton, he told. Means carbons will come out. What it will do? They will be used for the synthesis of the other molecules. That only he has given. That is, he has given other molecules will be synthesized by the skeleton of the carbon, which has produced during the respiration. That also he has given. So everything will be reused. Carbon will be used. Carbon bonds are break down and it comes the energy. Again, the carbon will be used for the synthesis, for the production of the big molecules. That is the thing. Now he has given one more. That is, do plants breathe? He has given one. This is the important for the NEET level also. Plants will breathe. Already I discussed in the starting. Their directly it will breathe. Now the thing is, why, even though directly it is taking that much, generally the huge plants used to present, but they are not having any respiratory system. But small animal also will have the respiratory system, taking inhalation, taking and all the things, blood, and it will supply to all the cells. But in the huge plant also won't have the respiratory system, but it will breathe. Breathing means what I told, reaching of the oxygen into the cell. So how the air will reach each and every cell of the living in the plant is done by some particular openings. And next will be the plants also will breathe, and it will release the carbon dioxide and it will take the oxygen, aerobic respiration. And in this one he has given 3 points, major points. Why the plants are doing very direct respiration also, why they are, how they are, what is the main thing behind it. Because respiratory system will produce lot of energy, but direct respiration will produce little small amount only. But that for that one, little transport he has given first point. Because so many openings are present, numerous openings are present in the plant. What are the openings? Main openings are the stomata. On the stem and root, lenticels used to present. And these are the openings, directly openings. And through that opening, the air will enter inside of the plant. And all the living cells will take, directly it will touch, air will touch to all the living cells which are present in the plant. And there the exchange of the gases will be taken, which is the main purpose of the breathing, and the oxygen will enter inside, carbon dioxide will come out. So plants will breathe. At the same time, numerous openings are there, so it is not necessary to transport air from one place to other place. All the places and the plant is to have the opening. And one more thing he has mentioned, that is, leaves are at the time of the photosynthesis. In the photosynthesis topic also I discussed this one. Leaves are having high metabolic rate at the time of the photosynthesis. Metabolic rate is very high, means they require more oxygen. But at that time it is not a problem, because in the photosynthesis oxygen will be released. So oxygen is around it, and so many stomata are present there. So it is not a problem. And all these openings, the living tissue, whatever are there in the plant, will be near to the surface. So it is not necessary to transport the air from one place to other place, because so many numerous openings are present. Through that one, the air will enter inside, So directly the air will touch all the living cells and the exchange of the gases will be taken, oxygen will reach into the cytoplasm. That is the thing. Second point is, it is not having great demand. It is not having great demand. Energy demand. Why? Because plants are preparing their own food. So it is not necessary to move one place to other place for searching the food like animals. So movement is there means it is moving for the food and searching and all the quarreling and everything. It is energy consumption. Such type of needs are not there for the plant. And next will be, so it won't require much energy. And whatever the, even breathing also required in our animals required energy. So it is direct breathing. So no question of energy requirement. So due to this, all these things, much energy is not required for the plants. So direct breathing is enough for them. And next, whenever you are seeing third point, cells are close to the surface. The thing is, main the cells are present, living cells are present in the plant, they will be near to the surface. This is important point. For the stem and leaves, we have to, stem and roots. For example, you see, this is the big stem, this much width. The living cells used to present near to the surface area only. Here it is a functionless xylem. That is the secondary growth they removed in the this new book. In the secondary growth, if you will come to know, this is the contain all dead cells. Only functional cells used to present here. Functional cells are present here. That in terms of your knowledge, I can say that cortex. And functional xylem and phloem used to present here only. So all are near to the surface. Whatever majority area is present inside, that is a dead cells, means functionless xylem will be sent to the inside, because xylem contains of the mainly out of four compounds, four types of the in the compound cell, the complex tissue: xylem vessels, xylem fiber, and the tracheids. All three are the dead only. So they are not functioning, but they are very hard because of the lignin. They used to present here. Dead cells won't do the respiration, not necessary. They will give the mechanical support. But the functioning cells means metabolic activity doing cells, living cells are present at the surface only, near to surface. So here lent cells used to present. This is the lent cell. Here and there are so many lent cells used to present. Through the lent cell, air will enter into the stem or the root, and here they will supply. Like that, so many are there. Entire thing will be supplied. That is the thing. And one more reason is also there. That is the length. Whatever the living cells, all are 99% of the living cells are parenchyma. Living cells are the parenchyma. The parenchyma cells, whenever you are studying, they will have intercellular spaces. Means the cells, parenchyma cells, whenever you are drawing also, you will draw like this. This is the intercellular space. So into the intercellular space, it used to move. Air freely it can move from the intercellular spaces. Up to here it will reach. That is also one more thing. And the inside dead part, whatever is present, that is the old xylem, functionless xylem, it will give the mechanical support. In this way, all the plant, that whatever the plant is doing, the direct breathing, it is even though it is enough for its maintenance. And one more thing, plants are not having any circulatory systems, means breathing and heart and circulatory system for the blood circulation system, and excretory system, such type of systems are not there. So that also one of the cause here, that is the they are having the little consumption of the energy because there is no systems. Excretory system is there, no, and this water circulatory system of the blood circulation system is there, no, respiratory system, no, and all the systems working in the animals, they require more energy. In this way also plants are doing work, living with low energy. Now whenever we are seeing, so finally the energy, how it will come, that also we have to discuss. Combustion, this is the process. What is combustion? Physical combustion and biochemical combustion, who are there, but he has given biological combustion only. Physical combustion means you are burning a paper, it will burn and releases the energy. Yes, heat is coming, light is coming, that is the energy one. Same thing will happen in the biological combustion also, but it won't appear to you, it won't give the light, but heat it will give. That will be shown in the form of one formula, one equation, that is glucose plus oxygen will give carbon dioxide, water and energy. And the physical combustion and biological combustion difference is there. Whenever you are burning a paper, you cannot stop at particular point when it is burning. A little bit more or less it will take if you stop the burning also. But biological combustion, at particular molecule it must stop, it will stop, because it is controlled by the enzymes. This combustion will be controlled by the enzymes. That is the main thing. Now the thing is, here, the thing, it is to release the energy, and here the energy whatever is released through the respiration won't be sent out as heat. This is not all energy released as heat. This is most important point. What is this? That is, the energy will come and in the form of the heat, and already we discussed the energy will be converted into the chemical energy as ATP. Means the entire energy which is produced by the respiration is not converting into the ATP. He has told this thing. This will come as a statement, remember it. All the energy which is released during the respiration will be converted into the ATP. If you give the statement, it is wrong. Not entire energy will be converted. For that one, some books also they wrote, but that is not correct one. But the thing is, 1 gram mole will give 686 kilocalories. But in the book only has given wrongly. That is, one molecule will give 386 kilocalories. What? It is meaningless. Gram mole means molecular weight. For example, glucose, if you take 180, it's molecular weight. 180 grams of the glucose will give this much. Go and refer if you want. Some people are also telling like that, and students also agitated. Then I discussed in the group also. Gram mole it is. Gram moles means molecular weight, grams. So out of this 686 kilocalories, entire thing won't be converted into the ATP. Only 277 kilocalories as ATP. Remaining will be sent out as the heat, but it is not so accurate. But it has given in some books, so I am giving the explanation. Why you have to take this thing? Only for entire energy which is produced during the respiration won't be converted into the ATP. That much you have to take from this one. Now, so here the thing is, for that only, not all the energy released as heat which was produced during respiration. That is the important point. He has told also that thing. Now the thing is, anyhow energy is released and it is converted into the ATP. Now the thing is, all the respiration, whatever the respiration it is doing, they are oxidizing the food material macromolecules with the help of the oxygen. Without the oxygen also they will do the respiration. Without the oxygen also they will do the respiration. So with the oxygen, by taking the oxygen, that entire energy which is present in the form of the macromolecule will be by oxidation, the by a macromolecule will be break down and entire energy will come out. But without oxygen, little energy only will come by partial oxidation. So that we, based on that one, so here we are telling, without oxygen, if the with oxygen, if it is doing, that respiration is called as a aerobic respiration. In the aerobic respiration, the macromolecule of the food material will be, entire thing will be oxidized, full energy will come out by the aerobic respiration. If they give the statement, it is correct. Only part of the energy will come out from the macromolecule of the food by the anaerobic. It is also correct, but this is given in the previous years papers have the statements, remember it. Without oxygen, anaerobic condition. Anaerobic, why the anaerobic and aerobic? When on this earth planet, in the starting there is no oxygen, but living organisms are formed in small cells. Those cells lived on the earth without oxygen. They done the, for getting the energy, they done the anaerobic. They done the anaerobic respiration and released the energy. So here you came to know aerobic and anaerobic respiration is there. So aerobic and anaerobic. O2 is required, O2 is not required. Anaerobic. Here the thing is, already in this one we came to know that the respiration will be taken in the two places, cytoplasm and mitochondria. In the cytoplasm, that will be taken the only partial oxidation, that glycolysis without oxygen. In the two parts of the oxygen, two major steps. In the cytoplasm, partial oxidation will be taken. Means here oxygen won't required. Energy will be released. Oxygen is not required, energy is released. Why it came like this means, in the evolution, they used to say, in the evolution, first formed organisms are the anaerobic. So it may be because of that one, that it is not necessary for us. So anaerobic type of the respiration or aerobic type of the respiration, both have to do the glycolysis. Partial oxidation it will do. All the living organisms has to do the respiration, either the aerobic or anaerobic, for the releasing of the energy. So that even though what is the aerobic respiration means by taking the oxygen, anaerobic respiration without oxygen, whatever it may be. Here the thing is, they both the must follow the partial oxidation of the food particle without oxygen. and which is called as glycolysis, and it will take place in the cytoplasm. And in the aerobic respiration, it will complete oxidation will be done in the mitochondria. So the prokaryotes are not having the mitochondria, and the other things whatever are there, the anaerobic respiration will be taken. Again, he has given 2 points there. Facultative anaerobics, obligate anaerobic. What is this? Here, the thing is facultative or obligate. In the anaerobic, again, two types are there. That is, facultative means if the oxygen is available, that organism will do the aerobic respiration. If it is not available, then it will do the anaerobic. That is called as facultative. Obligate means if the oxygen is available also, it will do the anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration will be done in the methanogens. Remember it, he will give the objective types, which one will the following the anaerobic respiration. That means he will give the methanogens. All the methanogens will do the anaerobic respiration, that obligate. So this is also important point. So whatever the aerobic or anaerobic, both has to follow a step of the respiration, where it will be taken place in the cytoplasm. In this way, there is no chance to the for any person. The question can be arised anywhere. This is the introduction chapter. Introduction. But how many questions I created? If you read properly and understand this one, you also will create so many. Means main concept you should know the thing. If you listen this and see the video and read the textbook, now you will come to know everything. Very concept you will get. If you get the concept, on this base he can create some more questions also. So don't underestimate the introduction means nothing. It is no, introduction is also having so many neat questions. Remember the point. And now, if you like this video, please subscribe my channel, because next will be the glycolysis. Tomorrow I will release that video also. Glycolysis, I used to love by seeing the people how they are explaining. Actual glycolysis, I will explain it. In your level and NEET level, remember it. It will come in the next video, that is tomorrow, maximum by tomorrow I will release it. That glycolysis is a process, how it will be done, and whatever given in the textbook, those mantras they are not mentioning. And how the students will get the and questions are coming from that one, glycolysis. Don't miss that one. And for that one, if you like this one, please subscribe my channel. And if you are having any doubts about it, send into the comments, or directly you can contact me also. My phone number is with that in the thumbnail. So I hope this lesson will be useful for you. Thank you.